Good day, artists. It is time for one-point perspective buildings. One of the rules that we saw in the video, the introductory video on one-point perspective, said that the illusion, when you're creating the illusion of a three-dimensional form in one-point perspective, you will always see the flat side of a building, a box, a shape, whatever it is that you are creating. So in order to make a building, I'm going to make a little house, right? You could make office buildings and then you could, make a line over here from the vanishing point and have like a waterfront. There could be water over there. It could be like a park, whatever you want. So we're going to start out with the rectangle that is going to be the building. And I'm trying to think if I wanted to. I'm not sure. It would have to be pretty tall, I think, to cover the horizon, but I'm just going to go ahead and make myself a little rectangle. Depending on where your viewpoint is, you could absolutely have it overlap the horizon. Okay, now I'm going to turn my paper as I do in order to check and make sure that this is parallel. Okay, pretty good. All right, so this is going to be the side of our house, just like that, or building, whatever it is. All right, now, just like we did earlier with our rectangles that we were turning into, what do we call them? Rectangular prisms, I guess. They're not cubes because they're not squares. From the closest corner, we're going to draw a line to the vanishing point. Don't make it too dark because your building isn't going to go that far away into the distance. And from the bottom, right here to the vanishing point, okay? We're just going to deal with this side for the moment because then we're going to make the roof. So you're going to decide how far back into the distance your building is going to go. And you are going to draw, your vertical line, okay? Because remember, what this side does, this side does. What this side does, this side does. Because if we were looking at it flat on, like we're looking at this one, okay, those would be parallel, and that doesn't change when we change our viewpoint. Ooh, there we go. So, okay, that's the front, well, that might be the front of the house, but this is the side that we see the whole part of, and this is the other side. Let's go ahead and make a roof. I'm going to mark kind of eyeball where the middle of this line is, and I'm just going to come up a little bit, right? However tall I want my roof to be. A simple way to make a roof would be to create your little triangle on the end. We don't really have any eaves. We could make those, but that's a little more complicated. Maybe not. I'm just going to go ahead and make some eaves. How about that? I'm just going to have them come down a little bit off the roof. Okay, so this is our roof. We can't see the horizon through it, so we're going to erase that line. Now, the slope of the roof is going to go, surprise, to the vanishing point. So we're going to take this roof kind of like this. Now, because we have this little overhang, I'm also going to scoot it up so you can see it, right to the vanishing point. Okay, and because it's covering the top of the building from our view, we remove it. There we go. And we also can't see. There we go. Okay, so now, how do we draw this line? Well, if we were looking at the roof straight on, the sides would be parallel. So what we're going to do is we're going to line up our ruler. We're going to try to pull it away from this line and maintain the same distance. It's tricky, I know, right? And then, yeah, maybe like right there. And then the best course of action here is to check it. See, look, mine's not even, right? So I'm gonna move my ruler a little bit so it's a little more parallel. There we go. That's how we know what angle that needs to be. There we go. So now we have our little house, right? We have our horizon over there. Now, I mean, it looks pretty barren. It looks like we're out in nowhere. If you know, sometimes I like to put a little some little mountains in the distance. So maybe you could see a little mountain through here. Can't really tell it's mountain though. Looks like tree. I'm gonna remove it. Okay, so there's the mountains. And this works a little bit, if you saw the video about the interior perspective, it works a little bit the same. So let's just say that we have a door. If the door's on this side, it's just gonna look like a door. If we make it small like this is a 2-story house, okay? Now we might wanna think about this, again, proportion. If this is the road, then a car is gonna be like this size, which means the people are probably gonna be, oh, I don't know, maybe like this big. So maybe this is a 2-story house, okay? So if that's the case, then we need to kind of figure out where the halfway mark is. We can eyeball that actually, maybe like right about there. But on this side, if we want to keep it that 2-story house, we're going to have to make a little guideline, okay, just like that. So that's the upstairs and the downstairs. I think on this side, I'm just going to put a window. Maybe I'll put 2 windows. So I'm going to put a window upstairs and a window downstairs. I'm going to try to make sure there's the same amount of space here as there is here. Those are some big windows. I'm going to make this one a little smaller. I don't want the critters to get in my window. There we go. And I'm going to take that like so. And then over here, this is upstairs window. I don't have to worry about the critters. So I am going to, right? And then if I want to, I'm doing this super quick, right? If I wanted to make little cross pieces on these windows, right? They just kind of go like this. I'll put 1 across here, maybe 2 across here. There we go. Okay, so there are my little windows. Over here, because this is going off into the distance, whoop, if we make a door, we're gonna figure out where the door is gonna be. The lines are vertical. We wanna go like this. Don't go like that. All right, so here are vertical lines. That's gonna be the door. Guess where the top of the door goes? Yes, to the vanishing point. Right, so there's your door. Maybe put a little doorknob on there. And then again, if we wanna put windows down here, right, I'm gonna make my vertical line. Where's it gonna go? To the vanishing point. Okay, and again, the side of the window is what? Vertical, right? Vertical. Same thing here. Okay, make some lines. And then the ones in the middle, yes, to the vanishing point. Boom. Okay, so now it looks like it's heading away from you. Same thing up at the top. If I want windows up here, let's see, I'm gonna put maybe the top of the windows right there. Let's see. Oh, if I go like that, there we go. Bottom of the windows right here. And then I can, maybe I'll line it up with the door for continuity. And then I'll put these over here. And then I'm gonna split them in half. Kind of like that. That doesn't look great. This one should be smaller. So I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna make this one a little bigger. That's better. Okay, now I have 2 different windows up here, right? Vertical lines, and then I can just, from the vanishing point, if I wanna make it look like this, like these windows, like so, boom, okay? So those are just kind of, that's kind of how the rules work as far as, you know, what direction the lines go. If I wanted to make a sidewalk, this one always gets everybody. They want to make the sidewalk kind of like diagonally, but I'm telling you, the sidewalk is going to be horizontal. Okay, that's going to be your little sidewalk. You can add all kinds of things to this, right? Bushes and stuff, right? If you wanted to make it spooky, you can make this look all junky and put bats in there. You could put a big old moon in the sky or a full moon, and you know, there you have it. Yeah, so you get to, you know, choose what you're going to do for this, and I'm super excited to see what you come up with.